said, hey, you, can I bum a cigarette?
Abracadabra.
You're loving it, aren't you?
I'm very excited for Mayhem.
When does it come out?
Oh, it comes out today.
Oh.
As in the day this episode is released.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
So yeah, topical. Oh my God. Welcome to Small Town Big Gays, the podcast where two gigantic, massive, planet-sized homosexuals talk about queer life from the small town perspective. I'm Chance.
And I'm Saturn.
Mm-hmm. Is that what planet you would be?
Mm-hmm.
I would be Pluto. Underappreciated.
And questionable.
And questionable.
Yeah. I think Saturn's an obvious choice because it's pretty cunty with all the rings.
It is.
But I feel like there's probably just a lot of planets that are really cool too that I just don't know enough about yet. But
Neptune. You know what I've never understood? How the gas giants are considered planets?
Well, I want to know how the gas giants are considered humans too.
True. I call myself a gas giant when I'm farty.
I would absolutely believe that. Okay. Well, how was your week?
So good.
So good.
So good. We're definitely not recording this episode on the same day as we recorded the last one.
Yeah, I bet you got a lot done.
So much done.
I spent the week in Chicago.
Yeah, how was that? What did you do in Chicago?
Went to some drag shows.
Nice.
Probably ate lots of food.
Mm-hmm.
Walking.
Yep. A lot of walking.
Yep.
I spent some time in Chicago the other week, and I enjoy a good public transportation system.
Yeah.
A train. I love a train.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But yeah. But my husband spent a full week in Chicago recently, and he said he likes the bus more than the train. But he got to live out his whole little big city fantasy, and saw Shea Coulee walking down the street.
And yelled at her?
I don't think so, but
Like, hey, bitch, you suck.
do you hate Shea Coulee?
No, she's actually probably one of my favorites.
Oh, good save.
No, really, she truly actually is.
Apparently, if
she's
you go to
incredible.
Boys Town in Chicago, which they call something different now to be more inclusive, but I don't know what they call it now.
Queer Town.
Queer Town.
Toontown.
Apparently, you can just see her walking down the street.
One time I saw Kennedy Davenport in the lobby of the Flamingo Hotel where I was staying in Vegas. And she was in some booty shorts, like really tight booty shorts, and just boy wear. It's pretty funny.
Nice.
And did I say hi to her? Nope. Because as a local celebrity myself, I know what it's like to be in public and berated by your fans.
I imagine. My friend Colin, he lives in Milwaukee, and one time he was waiting tables or something, but he was waiting on this table, and it was like 3 people, and somehow Trixie Mattel came up in conversation, and then one of the people was sitting at the table looking like very bashful, and the other 2 were like trying to get my friend Colin to talk shit on Trixie Mattel because the person who was sitting at the table was Brian, Trixie Mattel out of drag.
Oh,
So yeah,
funny.
and he just did not recognize. But they were like, "What do you actually think about Trixie?" And he was like, "I love her. She's great." And Trixie Mattel was just sitting there like,
The best thing is when people just talk shit about you to your face.
"Yeah, I'll talk shit about you to your face."
Okay, what would you like to say?
This Carhartt looking ass.
I know. I should have worn my mustache with this, shouldn't have I?
You should.
Do you know where this came from?
Carhartt?
No.
Gloria Jean.
The coffee place?
I don't know.
No, it's from Boohoo.
Oh, Boohoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
They are sponsoring us now, officially.
I'll reach out to Boohoo before this episode premieres to see if we can make that not a lie.
I have a lot of traveling happening in March, so we're going to be doing some pre-recordings and things because I am a
booked and busy gal.
Yeah.
Where else are you going in March?
So going to Milwaukee, Chicago, and then I'm going to Nolens. That was real great, wasn't it?
That was great.
No, we're going to New Orleans. I'm hoping to really do a voodoo like ghost tour.
Yes.
So I'll let you know how that goes.
Please do.
Yeah.
I've been to New Orleans once, and we went to like a voodoo museum, which I think was in Madame Lallaurie's house. No, Lalaurie Mansion is the murder house. It was in Marie Laveau's old house, allegedly, I think. But yeah, it was a cool little voodoo museum, and there was this bar. I don't know if it's still around, but you should see if you can find it. I think it was called Dungeon, and it was like this weird like entrance into a back alley that had like a grotto and like a waterfall and shit. But then the bar was like super dark, like heavy metal, fucking like almost prison themed, just like red light and bars and stuff. It was awesome. But then I got had by a shoeshine man on the street, so watch out for them shoeshine men.
I will.
I was walking down the street, I'm wearing Doc Martens, and this guy's like, "Hey man, I like those boots." I'm like, "Thanks." He's like, "Bet I can tell you where you got them boots." I'm like, "Okay." And he's very charismatic, talking me up. He's like, "I bet I can tell you where you got those boots, and if I can guess where you got those boots, then you'll pay me. We'll give you a shoe shine, you'll pay me." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "You got them on the bottom of your feet on Bourbon Street in New Orleans." And as he's saying this, he's putting shoe shine cream on my boots. And then he shines my boots and made me pay him $40.
$40?
Yeah.
They got you.
I got scammed. It was a good one, though. I have to have respect. So there's a very embarrassing picture of me that my friend Maureen has of me just like cheesing because I didn't know how to react.
You should have started crying.
I should have just walked away as soon as he put the shoe shine cream on my boots, but
and kicked him in the face.
I was scared. I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just make sure not to wear leather shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible, though. Also, we went to a bar. We get up to the bar. Bartender's like, "Hey," and we're like, "How's it going?" He's like, "You're from the Midwest, aren't you?" We're like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" He's like, "You asked me how I was doing."
Oh.
So
should I just go to the bar there and be like, "You little pig bitch.
You piece of fucking shit. I don't care how you are."
Don't ask me how I am, you little pig bitch."
Little pig bitch?
I don't know why.
Little piggy bitch?
Sometimes when I see you, I want to call you a pig bitch.
You should. I think that should be my nickname.
Piggy, you little piggy.
Piggy bitch.
So this episode, I thought we could talk about dating.
Dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just wondering where you would take me on our first date.
Where I would take you on our first date. Let's see. We would start with a lovely meal at some place that's not too expensive.
Okay.
Like McDonald's. No. The look of offense on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to give me the, what is it? The McGang bang and then gang bang me after it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the plan.
All right. I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
No, I want specific locations of what you would do with me and to me.
I would bring you some nice flowers, and then we would go to a somewhat fancy restaurant or sushi. Oh,
you clearly haven't been talking to me before this date, have you?
You could eat sushi.
You really have no clue who I am, do you?
No.
You know nothing about me.
Do you not like sushi?
I don't eat seafood, period.
Why?
Cooked, raw, nothing.
Why?
Ick.
Why?
I hate seafood.
You just hate fish?
Yes. I hate crab. I hate lobster. I hate fish. I hate...
You are missing out, especially with your fitness journey. You got to get into the salmon, babe.
Nope.
You got to. It's good protein.
I have a slab of salmon in my freezer from Alaska caught by my father that you can have and take with you tonight.
Fuck yeah.
That's like actually really great salmon and you should actually take it.
I will.
My dad goes to Alaska at least once a year, sometimes several times a year, and fishes like for like 10 days straight and stocks his freezer full of halibut and salmon.
Love that for
him. And all the stuff. I've had crab cakes. I've had fresh seafood from every coast. I've had it cooked in every direction. I've tried it all because anytime you fucking tell people you don't like seafood, it is like you might as well tell them you kill babies for fun.
You do kill babies for fun, though.
I have not.
Every time you swallow kids.
Okay, fine. But No, people are so rude about seafood haters. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like the texture. I don't like the taste. I've tried it every way. You will never get me to like it.
I mean, I'm surprised that people are so like angry
People
about
are
it.
passionate about it. You had a passionate response to it when I told you.
I suppose. But my husband also doesn't like seafood that much.
Mm-hmm.
He likes sushi, but he doesn't like, if it's seafood, he's not a huge fan.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
I don't know. I'm just surprised that everyone is so big on it.
It is like you could just tell people that you shot a puppy in front of them if you don't like seafood. I mean, it's the same reaction.
I mean, it is also surprising because you're from small town Wisconsin and fish fries are a big thing in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I've been to every church. I've been to every restaurant. I've boiled, baked, breaded, deep fried. I mean, I will eat a deep fried fish with like 14 buckets of tartar sauce so I can just taste the tartar sauce and not the fish.
God, fuck, I love fish fry.
Nope. Hate it.
I'm going to get a fish fry this Friday.
Okay. So redoing the date. We're not going for sushi. Where are we going?
Okay, we're going to...
And what kind of flowers are you getting me?
Probably just whatever I find that looks pretty, as pretty as you at the local festival foods, which is where I get most of my flowers.
Okay.
Out of convenience, because I don't want to go to a flower shop.
You don't want to support a local queer flower shop like Brent Douglas Floral that does beautiful and affordable designs?
I mean, I will support a local queer flower shop like Brent Douglas that does beautiful and affordable designs.
Okay, so let's start this date over.
Okay, so I'm going to Brent Douglas, a local queer flower shop that provides
unique and beautiful flowers like me.
Beautiful flowers just like you. And then we're going to Steakhouse.
Fine.
Bitch, where do you want me to take you to dinner? Where would you
I want you to get to know me and know where I want to go.
Okay.
You know nothing about me, and we've been doing this podcast for 52 weeks.
17 episodes. Okay, so not sushi, not McDonald's, God forbid, not Steakhouse.
Well, I will go to McDonald's if you get me the McGangbang and then gangbang me afterwards.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're not taking me there.
I guess that's what the plan is then.
And also, I'm skinny, so I don't need a McDonald's anymore.
Okay. Cajun?
Sure.
Local Cajun restaurant.
Okay.
And then after our lovely dinner, some drinks, we'll go to fancy cocktail bar.
Sure. We don't have to. It can be a little.
I don't know if they even have NA options, and I know you don't always like to drink.
Okay. There you go. Finally getting one right.
Yeah. And then I would take you home and I would walk you up the stairs and then
to make sure I don't fall down.
Make sure you don't fall. And then give you a polite kiss. And then you'd invite me in, but I would say, oh no, I'm a gentleman.
Okay.
I would never do that on a first date. And then I would go home and jerk
Let
off.
me suck you off on the porch instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where would you take me on a date?
I would not bring you flowers.
Okay.
I would bring you like a taxidermy cat in a jar.
Good.
Or maybe a plant. Like
Plant
a plant
is
or
acceptable
something.
too.
Yeah. And then I would take you, I would try and find a place that I could suffer through with you. Like I would take you to like an all-you-can-eat sushi place, but I would check first to make sure they had like some sort of like a tempura option.
I don't want to go to an all-you-can-eat sushi place on the first date. I would eat too much, and you would think I was
disgusting.
disgusting.
We could go to like a place where you can get sushi.
Okay.
And then I would take you maybe to like play some mini golf or like a batting cage.
Mini golf, yes. Batting cage, no.
You might have fun there. You don't know yet.
I mean, I'd probably have fun, but...
Or I would take you to like a place where I could get you a nice cold Pabst beer and
so you don't know me at all because
pour
you
it down your chest and lick it off your chest.
Lick it out of my belly button.
Yeah. No. I would probably I would take you to some mini golf, and then I would probably take you home and knock it out of the car and say, "Hey, this was nice. I'm just not sure it's for us."
And then you'd suck me off on the porch.
Then I would suck you off in my car.
Yeah.
And then I would leave immediately and not watch and make sure you got in the house safely. And then I would probably ignore you for about 3 days. And then I would text you and say, maybe I was wrong. We should try this again. I'm feeling sad about myself. And then probably repeat a similar situation, just different places. And then
less effort because we already went on the first date. So it'd be like,
yeah, I'd probably like take you to like 44 North.
yeah.
And then I would probably we'd go for a walk on the trail there. And then I'd suck you off on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say, hey, do you want to find an Uber home? And then I would leave. Then I'd ignore you for like 3 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Then I would text you back again and say, hey, I'm really sorry about that. I was in a bad place. Do you want to try this again? Then I would probably take you to McDonald's.
Get him a gangbang.
Get him a gangbang and just suck you off in the parking lot of McDonald's.
Yep.
And then ask you to get out of my car again.
And then drive off, not even.
And then I would probably get to like the lights on Claremont. And then I would turn around and say, okay, I actually am really sorry about that. Then I'd give you a ride home, probably ask for a little attention, and then I would just ghost you forever.
And then you would Venmo me for gas money. Like
Venmo
for
to give me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think that's probably like as far as we'd go.
I think that is solid dating advice.
I think, unfortunately, that's a very real queer dating experience.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think so.
People are wild.
People are wild. And gay
I'm
people
wild.
love to ghost.
Yeah.
Which is something I'm actively trying to not do anymore.
It is really crazy how like you can be, I mean, and you haven't been in the dating scene for quite some time, but so you might have like a little bit of a different experience, but I'm sure you have had this experience at some point in your life of like, it's wild how like, especially I feel like in queer dating that like you'll meet someone online usually because that's where you normally meet them nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot of like in-person meetings, and you'll like text them and talk to them like all day, every day for like weeks, sometimes even months before actually even meeting them.
Yeah.
And like, you know, every freaking thing about them, but like you've never even met them in person yet. And then like you could go to meeting them in person and immediately getting the ick like within like the first minute and then like never talking to that person again.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
It is wild.
It's really crazy.
It's kind of what the whole premise of Netflix's Love is Blind is, though. If you kind of think about it.
I need to watch. I canceled my Netflix again. I have a love-hate with it.
Cancel ours. But that does happen a lot. That's definitely happened to me back when I was in the dating scene.
Yeah.
Of chatting, and then you meet, and then it's immediately awkward and like, just like, yeah.
Yeah. I love to chat with people online, so I'll do it. But if I'm going to meet someone in person, I have to talk on the phone once before I meet them.
Really?
Yep. That's how I sniff them out.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about this before.
And if I get the ick from them on a phone call, I know I'm going to get the ick from them in person, and I'm going to stop wasting my time right then and there.
So is this how you handle like hookups too, or just potential suitors?
No, hookups is a total different thing. It's like whatever. If it happens, it's usually 5 minutes or less anyway, so you get it over with and never have to do it again.
Unless you keep someone tied up in your closet for 3 hours.
Yeah. But that usually comes with some time of knowing them a little bit, not just a rando. So I think dating is very wild in the gay community, the queer community in general. I guess I don't know the perspective of women or like non-binary of maybe what or bisexual their experiences are. I would love to know more about that. I'm very curious about women on women dating because like I feel like it's a very different experience of like, at least from like the lesbian relationships I have personally seen in the community of the people I know. So I'm only speaking on that of like, I feel like they always have someone they're kind of dating and like they always like kind of rapidly happens fast. Not saying like they move it, like not saying like stereotypical of like, oh, the U-Haul lesbians. Cause I mean, I think there is a little bit of truth to that, but like, I mean, I feel like they do like get very serious. The people that I know have gotten serious fast and are like,
well, and I feel that way about like gay men too. A lot of the times it either happens super fast or not at all.
Yeah.
I don't know many gay men who go from actually dating to someone, or what am I trying to say? I feel like all gays are often like U-Haul.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of gay men I know also go from just started seeing this person to all of a sudden very rapid. I mean, it happened to me. That's how my husband and I were, is we started dating, and things progressed very rapidly, and that was in part due to the COVID-19 pandemic, where he moved in with me during that. We quarantined together. So
do you think maybe I'm just like really overreaching or overthinking, and this will be maybe a more interesting topic to talk about when we have a special guest, but I think also what I've noticed too with, like, I think gay men are the same way of like, they kind of rapidly get into relationships as well too, but I notice that there's a far less men dating men in our community. I can speak only for our community, than women dating women. And I wonder if it's because, and this is just a thought, of more women are like open to dating other women that like maybe don't necessarily identify as like maybe more bisexual. Yeah. Because I feel like I know a lot of couples in this area, especially that like one of the partner in the women on women couples is like identifies as lesbian fully, and the other had been in straight relationships before. So I don't know, maybe that's a thing, but I feel like I know far more lesbians that are in relationships almost every time I see them. I don't see a lot of single lesbians in this town. Like I feel like every time, like it's a very small period of time where they're single.
Well, I honestly think that one of the reasons that we have the stereotype of U-Haul lesbians is because take the pool of like gay and bisexual men, which is pretty small, but then you think of lesbians and that tends to feel even smaller. I don't actually know if it is smaller.
Yeah.
But I think just like in a community like ours, but the split of men and women in the United States anyway is pretty even, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think. But that's my thought, is like the reason that lesbians tend to like fall into relationships a lot more often is because the pool is so small. So once you find another lesbian, it's kind of like boom. But then again, I
don't know. I have so many questions. Lesbians, I have a lot to ask you.
Lesbians, tune in.
More lesbian friends. I know we have a few lesbian listeners. So if you're listening to this, please message me on Facebook. I have lots of questions I want to ask you.
We'll do a Q&A.
And no, I want to know it all. I want to know everything. Every detail.
Every detail.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Dating is very difficult. I think just in general for people, I don't think it's just a queer problem. I think it's just a epidemic in the world.
I think it also, from what I hear, got way worse after the pandemic.
Maybe, I don't know. I think everyone likes to just blame their social awkwardness on the pandemic of like.
But I really think it is to blame for a lot. You know, you spend, especially these kids. The kids are not all right. These kids. Ugh. I mean, especially the younger ones spent a year and a half of their most like vulnerable, formative years trapped inside, and cause them to become addicted to their phones and, you know, socially awkward. Like the pandemic did fuck us up in a lot of ways. It was the best years of my life personally, but
I know I look back at that time and like there was like a lot of things that did suck. Like you couldn't travel and like, you know, do some stuff, but there was also a lot of really great things about it.
It was awesome. I talk about it often. Like it was fantastic. Just me and Tom sitting on our couch watching Chicago and Cats, drinking White Claw, just hanging out.
Yeah. It was just me and myself sitting here drinking.
Well, during the next one, you can come hang out with me and Tom.
Diet Coke. Because Diet Coke's only for fat people.
Diet Coke is not for fat people.
It is.
Do you think
it's a scientifically proven fact?
We were making fun of our friend Jolie because she's like, I love Diet Pepsi. And we're like, that's how you can tell you were a poor kid.
I don't think it's because she's poor. It just makes sense to everything about Jolie.
Yeah.
Look at her taste in men. Diet Pepsi makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep to that, Jolie. Sorry. You're a very nice person. Just horrible taste and everything. Just kidding. That's so mean. No, I don't know. Diet Pepsi drinkers to me are very interesting people. It's a very separated.
This is.
Yeah. Are we going to get into this? This could be controversial.
We should do a study of what your diet soda of choice says about you.
Okay. Let's just be honest. I think people who drink Diet Coke are mostly fat people because skinny people don't think about calories in that way of like their sodas. Paris Hilton said it. And if Paris Hilton says it, it should be in the Bible. And I think people who also drink Diet Coke are kind of elitists. I mean, I think they have a sense of like feeling like they are a little bit better than other people.
I think,
And they are, and so they should feel that way. But I think that because I'm a Diet Coke drinker, we think we are better than people. And we're really delusional fat people who think that Diet Coke isn't for fat people, but it is.
I'm going to say Diet Coke is not for fat people. I'm going to say Diet Coke might be a basic white people drink.
No,
That's what I'm going to go with.
nope. I disagree. It's not for basics. It's for people who understand things.
Mm.
But I think in the 80s, I think that's when it started. Maybe it's like maybe 70s, 80s. I think it was like a fad for skinny people to drink Diet Coke.
I think it's a fad for skinny people now because you always hear people being like, McDonald's Diet Coke is the best.
I think it is.
Well, that's because their straws are bigger.
But I think nowadays, though, it is like it's just geared at the fatties. It's a fatty thing.
But hey, it's 0 sugar, 0 calories.
Aspartame, cancer.
Amy.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's a great drag queen. Have you ever seen her?
Nope.
You should check
What's
her
it
out.
like to be the second ingredient in Diet Coke, you dumb bitch? That's how you bully someone named Amy because Amy. Aspartame. It's a funny joke I came up with.
Cool. That was pretty funny.
So dating, would you date someone who drinks Diet Pepsi exclusively?
Oh God, that would be hard.
Yeah.
It would be really hard. I want to say something, but it's kind of mean. So I'm just going to say it and then you should probably cut it. I don't know. I'll let you decide again because I doubt anyone listening will really care, but my uncle drinks Diet Pepsi and I don't respect him. So that's what I think of. I think you are a true fat person when you will drink any kind of soda, and I was that fat kid. I think there's a very specific type of fat person that will drink any kind of soda and eat any kind of cereal.
What's your favorite cereal?
Of like all time?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know what mine is. Reese's Puffs.
Okay.
Fucking love Reese's Puffs. Only eat Cheerios currently, except for on special occasions. But I love Cheerios because they're healthy. But not Honey Nut ones. I hate Honey Nut Cheerios.
Are real Cheerios healthy? Are you sure?
They're like...
kind of okay.
They're like kind of okay.
My parents feed their dogs Cheerios as a treat. They like throw them all over the house so then he has to find them.
Oh,
it's kind of cute.
I bet that's really fun.
Okay. This is just going to show my fatness. And as now a skinny legend, I can talk about my former habits that will probably, by the time this episode's air, be in full swing again because I'll probably have some sort of mental breakdown. But
no, don't talk like that.
I love cereal. I'm very passionate about it. But I also am kind of like, my friend Shelly always calls me like an old person because I like old people flavored food files. Is that right? No, food flavorings.
Flavor profiles.
Profiles, that's it. What did I say? Files? I just say file. Profiles. That's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. Like I love like maple. Like I love like maple candies and like maple icing on donuts.
Oh, I love maple icing on donuts.
Yeah, I love like Bavarian cream. I also love like a good old Werther's candy. I like pecan logs. I like oatmeal,
peanut brittle,
tapioca pudding.
I don't like oatmeal that much.
I love it.
I try to like oatmeal, but
love it. So
but cereal wise, what is it? So you're talking like Special K?
I do love special. I don't seriously think I could like say one specific. Actually, that might be a lie. Do you remember the cereal Nut and Honey?
No,
it was like from like the 90s.
But that's what someone does in their wife.
I know, Nut and Honey. In the commercial, I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And they'd be eating. They'd be like, "Nut and Honey."
Cute.
Yeah, but that was my favorite cereal. I think I also loved Waffle Crisp.
I've never had Waffle Crisp.
Oh my god.
You know what's disgusting to me as a person who loves sweet things? Like I have a huge sweet tooth. Cookie Crisp.
Oh yeah, it's not my favorite, but I would eat it.
I'd probably eat it, but like the idea disgusts me.
You said Reese's Puffs were your favorite,
I said Reese's Puffs.
What did I say? Reese's?
Reese's. You
Reese's?
Idiot.
What is it? Reese's?
Reese's.
Okay, wow.
This is a controversial topic.
Does that make you feel better?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Because I hate when people say Reese's Pieces. Shut
I don't
up.
think I say Reese's Pieces. I think I would say Reese's Pieces.
Good.
I don't know why I said what I said.
When people
but
say Reese's cups,
Reese's
slap
Cups?
them.
Reese's. I don't know what I say. It doesn't matter.
Anyway,
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate flavor. Sponsored.
They don't have a lot of flavor to me. Like if I want peanut butter to hit me so hard I can feel it in my butthole when I eat it. I love peanut butter. I'm so passionate about peanut butter.
I also love peanut butter.
Oh my god, I could just.
This is another way you're like your parents' dog.
Yeah, I don't know if he likes peanut butter though. I'm sure he does.
He's a dog. He loves peanut butter. It's a ridiculous thing to say.
I just wish it was like more peanut butter flavored.
That's fair.
It's kind of a little dull.
I would say Reese's Puffs and Berry Colossal Crunch, which is like Captain Crunch, like one of the Berry Captain Crunches, but instead of brand name Captain Crunch, it is the off-brand grocery store one that you can buy in those gigantic bags.
Yeah.
Love that shit. Cuts the roof of my mouth.
Yeah.
Fucking love that shit.
Yeah. I love cereal. I love even like old people cereals. Like I love like shredded wheat. I like the like oatmeal squares. I love it all. Rice Krispies, like literally anything. You give me cereal, I will eat it. Raisin Bran is probably like my least favorite just because I don't like the raisins kind of hard. I mean, I know you have to like let them soak.
One of my favorite things.
Have you ever soaked?
Fucking love. What?
Have you ever soaked before?
No, I've never soaked.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll try anything.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in the world when I was a kid was cornflakes. Just
Mm.
cornflakes, milk,
Yeah.
a little sugar. I had this very specific bowl that I would eat my cornflakes out of every morning, and I would only use that bowl.
Was it like a mixing bowl?
No, it was just like I remember, I think it was red because red was my favorite color, but it was like this weird, like cheap plastic, kind of like fucking cone shaped sort of thing. But that was the only bowl I would eat my breakfast out of every morning. For some reason, this annoyed my stepdad. And like, he tried to show me like, it holds the same amount as every other bowl we have. Why will you only use this bowl? And one time when I was a kid, because he was annoyed for some reason about me having this specific bowl that I refused to eat my cornflakes out of anything else, he took his drill press to it and drilled a smiley face in it so that I couldn't use it anymore. That was kind of mean, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think your stepdad just really didn't want to have a child with autism.
Yeah, too bad he got two.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, that was kind of actually really mean of him.
It was.
But like, also a little weird of you, but that's okay. That's what makes you special.
It's my autism.
Touch of the tism you have there.
Autism.
Okay, all this to say that let's say you were going to date someone and then you found out their favorite cereal was shredded wheat, but not even frosted shredded wheat, just the regular big old bars of shredded wheat. Would you still go on a date with them?
I think now that I'm an adult, yes. I would just ask them to not shove their gross cereal lifestyle in my face.
What if you had to watch them take that bale of hay, put it in a bowl with some unflavored almond milk every day and eat it in front of you?
My biggest problem with that would be the almond milk.
Okay, why is that?
Because almond farming is bad for the environment.
Okay.
Which is why I'd use oat milk.
Because oats aren't bad for the environment?
Oats are better for the environment than almonds.
I thought I heard oatmeal is like basically like a waste food. Like it doesn't really like serve any nutritional value.
Probably doesn't, but the milk tastes good.
Okay.
You know, almond farming is bad for the environment is my point.
Well, so is this where I should tell you that my aunt and uncle own an almond farm?
Do they
in
really?
Alabama?
It wouldn't be in Alabama. That's how I know you're lying.
Why?
Because you don't grow almonds in Alabama. You grow almonds in California.
You can also grow them in Alabama.
I'm sure you could, but your aunt and uncle don't own an almond farm in Alabama.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They own a pecan farm in Alabama.
You're just trying to change your lie right in front of me.
No, they have a nut farm. They grow every kind of nut.
I'm sure they do.
They love the nut.
They love the nuttin', honey. Yeah, you can't lie to me anymore. I got a sixth sense about when you're lying to me.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't. I definitely don't. You'll get another one over on me, but it was not the almond farm. Too smart for that.
They own a nut farm, I said, not an almond farm.
You said almond farm first.
Well, it's
and
part
then
of
you
their
changed
farming.
it to
It's
pecan.
part of the farming.
Oh, let me guess.
It's a nut farm.
Let me guess. They grow coffee there too.
No.
The nut and coffee farm.
No.
You can grow coffee in Alabama.
No, just nuts.
You can grow coffee in Alabama.
I believe you, but that's not what they own. So I
you
don't
shouldn't
wanna lie
believe
to
me because you can't grow coffee in Alabama, you idiot.
I knew that.
No,
My
you
aunt and
didn't.
uncle
You
don't
just
grow.
said
They don't grow it there.
Right.
They grow nuts. It's
I'll-
a nut farm.
I'll grow nuts.
Yeah, you should. And then farm them and make milk out of them. Yeah, because they have almond milking machines. I bet you've never seen one of those, have you?
Yeah, I have.
It's like a little thing. You hook it up to the almond in the tree and it just
sucks. Yep.
gets all the milk out of the almond.
Mhm.
So I don't
Could
think-
we actually milk a hamster though? The meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think about it.
Or Meet the Parents. It's one of those
Milk
movies.
actually gives me the ick.
Like normal milk.
Mm.
I think I might be lactose intolerant.
I'm not
Or
lactose
somewhat
intolerant. I
lactose
love
intolerant.
dairy and all lactose and all that. But if I think about it, it really grosses me out.
I do. I love dairy too. I don't like milk. I don't like cow milk anymore.
Why are we were talking about dating and
We were talking
have
about dating.
gone
and we-
so far
Yeah.
left. It's wild.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But
Dairy.
yeah, the point is, yesterday I got Culver's ice cream and then had some real stanky things coming out of me, which makes me think I'm lactose intolerant. But don't get the same way with cheese, so
Which
we're
means
good.
people might not want to date you.
Joke's on them. I'm already taken, and it's expensive for my husband to leave me. So
So joke's on Tom more than anyone.
joke's on Tom more than anyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, dating. Should we make a dating show?
Sure.
Could be fun. I don't know. Could be a fun summer activity.
I try and hook people up at my bingos a lot.
Yeah. How does that work out?
Never works great.
Hmm.
People just usually stare at me like I'm an idiot.
How
They
do you go about trying to hook these people up?
Well, I ask a lot of personal questions to people in the audience because my drag bingos are not like the others. I don't want to show up in like a corny, ugly outfit and do like before what? And then like B11, B11. I'm not B9. The tumor was B9.
These are all the jokes I made when I used to run bingo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think that ugly drag queens hide behind jokes and pretty drag queens don't need them. I'm just kidding. But I do say that every week. I said, if you wanted funny jokes, then you should hire an ugly drag queen. And then mention some local people I think they should hire.
Good.
But I like to just harass people and talk to them and like, how's everyone's week doing? And then ask if anyone has any trauma they want to talk about and try to unpack it with them. And then I ask if anyone is actually staying in the hotel that's attached to the place where I do the bingo. And sometimes, very, very rarely, there's people, but then I ask them really personal questions about why they're there. Last week, I think there was a group there that I'm pretty sure was sent from the government to kill me. Because they kept going like this at me.
Interesting.
Just kidding. They didn't do that. I just made it up that they were there for something. They like randomly chose Eau Claire to stay at, which was just weird. So then I
Interesting.
just speculated and then I started making up lies, which I'm really good at, and convincing people that this was true and I knew what I was talking about.
So you suddenly convinced these people that they were there to kill you.
Yeah. And then they started going along with it and became a whole bit. But then I ask like people if they're celebrating anything, and then I always ask if people are on a first date, and then if they are, then I interview them and talk to them and make it more awkward for them. And then I ask if there's single people in the audience, and then I try and hook people up that I think would get along, but it's usually just a lot of women, so then it becomes like a whole lesbian thing, and then it gets awkward, and then I make some more weird jokes to make everyone feel uncomfortable, and
then you get booed off stage, and then
No, I've never gotten booed.
Good.
Not
you
yet.
keep getting invited back, so apparently this bit is killing.
My self-worth, yes, that's what it's killing. No, it's fun. It's just silly, but yeah. So I think we could do a dating game show where we just harass people into dating.
I think that would be great. I do. One of my favorite things as a bartender is seeing people on a first date. You can always tell.
Yeah.
You can always tell. So if you're watching this and you're about to go on a first date at the bar, your bartender can tell. So can your waiter. We can all tell.
Do you try and help them?
No, I usually just sit back and watch, and you can tell. You can also tell if it's going well or not. One time, I was working, and there was this couple that was on a first date, and this woman did not like this guy. Like, very obvious. Everyone in the room could tell except for him, to the point where she goes out for a cigarette to get away from him. He follows her out, and the place I work at has these big garage doors, so I see her like walking off, and I literally see her go, "Oh my God," while she's like trying to get away from this dude, and he's just following her like a lost fucking puppy. It was tragic.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
And then afterwards, she came to the bar. This was like 6 years ago. And she was at the bar, and I told her, like, I could tell you were not. And then she gave me her number. Then we texted briefly, and then I ghosted her.
That was nice of you.
Yeah. Shout out Rose. I'm sorry. I think her name was Rose.
DeWhippicator.
Yes. Titanic reference of the week.
Yep. That made me think of like if I was the guy on the date ever. Because I have been very delusional. I've like, okay. So I like say I've never really been like on a real date, even though like I have. I've never like, okay, I have had like one guy like kind of like ask me on a date, but I don't know if it was like, okay, it was just a date. Why am I being weird about this? I don't know.
You tell me.
I don't know. It's that trauma in my butt again coming out. Yeah, my dating experiences have been very interesting in the fact of like, I've always thought they go really good, and then apparently they don't, because I don't.
Did you get ghosted?
Well, no, I'm just going to say like dating, even though like, to me, when you say you're dating someone, it's like you put a title on it. But like, we were just like going on dates. It wasn't like there was no title to us.
Yeah.
But we would like go on like physical dates to like restaurants or like coffee shops. We would go for walks. Went to his house for one, had dinner, nothing sexual ever, but I like thought they were always going really great because like we would like be around each other for like long periods of time. It wasn't like it felt forced, like whatever. But then like in between the dates, like there would be like a lot of ghosting and a lot of non-talking, and then like all of a sudden the date would come again, and like we would be together, and it was like great and wonderful. And then like after the date, it'd be like a week, and I wouldn't hear from him. And then like it'd be like a really weird response, and then like another week, and then like we'd set something up, and then we'd go on this date, and it'd be really great.
When you were setting up the dates, was it you initiating or was it him initiating?
Sometimes a little bit of both. Probably more me than him, but the last one that we went on, I thought went really great, and then like just never heard from him ever again. So yeah, maybe I'm just weird.
What's his name? Call him out.
Trust me, I would love to.
Adam Akala.
No, he just uses me for sex.
Yeah. Leaving that one in.
Yeah. Adam, people are going to know what a terrible person you are to me.
Yeah.
It's using me as your toy.
We're trying not to make this podcast hyper local, but I think people appreciate the fact that we have recurring characters.
Yeah.
Adam, Nick, Felicia.
Yeah, we need to say something about Felicia. Remember when you went on a date with Felicia and she...
Go on. Come on, let's see what you can come up with.
Took you to the horse farm?
Oh, yeah. And then cracked my back like the...
Well, she said, all right, time to ride. And then she put the saddle on you and made you...
Rode me around the
stadium.
ring?
The ring, yeah.
I don't know what they call it.
The rink? I don't know.
Horse
rink. And then called you her good little...
Good little stallion. And then...
Good little baby stallion.
Yeah.
And then fisted you.
Yeah, I do remember.
And then when she was done, she stuck a butt plug horse tail up your rear and said, see you next time, kiddo.
Slapped me on the ass, sent me on my way. She did. Felicia during Fireball pulled me up on stage for a number when I was wearing a skirt and a thong underneath. So my whole ass was out. That was wild.
Yeah.
Did not expect that to happen.
We'll have her on the pod, and that will be the only episode she'll ever listen to.
Yep.
And then she'll go on for hours about how fun it was, and she wants to start doing one.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can tell me, maybe I was just really, I should have just let that go, huh?
Maybe should have.
Yeah. But then he would like invite me to things like his birthday party to meet his friends.
Okay, yeah. Confusing.
Yeah, it was really confusing.
Because at first, when you said that there'd be a lot of ghosting in between, that's why I asked if it was you mainly initiating the like dates.
So, okay, actually, I can give like a little bit of backstory to this because this is hard to say. I'm trying to remain respectful of this person because I think they are a good person. I think there's just like some weirdness. And I think that their friends probably listen to the podcast. So I'm not trying to be like rude about this person because they'll definitely know who it is when I start giving some context. This person used to date one of my friends very, very long time ago, like 10 plus years ago. And my friend was talking about him at one point and said, actually, I think you two would probably really hit it off. You should shoot him a message. And we were already like friends on Facebook, mutuals. And so I just did. I said, hey, like, just like initiating conversations, not like anything about dating or everything.
Yeah.
And we like talked a lot. So this is also during pandemic time. So like we couldn't actually physically meet even if we wanted to. So we just would have like some really great conversations via Facebook Messenger or Instagram. And then this person came to one of my drag shows and then afterwards was like, hey, you were really great. Would you like to get coffee today? And I said, sure, I would love that. So we went and got coffee and I thought we like hit it off really great. And then that ended with like, we should do this again. Went on another date. And then that's when it all started of like, we'd go on a date, have a really great time. Like I'm talking like really cute dates too. Like we went one time, like we packed a lunch and went to like this park and like had this whole, like we went and picked out the food together at a local co-op and like,
that sounds really
showed
cute.
me their favorite things and like wanted me to try these different foods. And then we had a little picnic and
That's actually really fucking adorable.
I know, right? It was like super cute stuff. So yes, we did these really cute dates. They would go really great. And then in fact, like invited me to his house for one and we had like dinner and like, we had a lot of common interests of like watching Drag Race together and like a lot of great things. And then, yeah, like I said, like, but then in between it would be like ghosting like crazy, but then like agree to go on another date. And then like the date would go really well. And then like, again, also invited me to be a part of their birthday to meet friends. And like, there was even points in like that date where I would be like, okay, well, I should probably get going and be like, no, like actually like come up and hang out with us more. Like, things like that, you know, where I'm like, if you were really like trying to like not, there was like plenty of opportunities to be like, all right, hit the road, bitch. But the friend that dated them also had some similar experiences too. So I think it's just
an awkward.
Yeah. So it was
awkward
weird. And I always like felt weird about it because I really did like them.
You should hit them up again.
No. I like I had like a few times where like quite a long time had gone between the ghosting and I would just be like, hey, just like wanted to check in and make sure you're good. Cause there was also like some stuff that had happened to them personally. And I just like wanted to like check in and make sure they were good with no response. Like not even like, I'm good. Thanks for reaching out. Like, and I would have been fine with that. It was just complete ghost.
Just silence.
Yep. So I'm thinking either they really hated me and just didn't know how to tell me, or they're just maybe a really terrible person and can't handle being an adult. Either way,
you're done.
I probably should just let it go and let God.
I think you have let God.
I think I have a little bit. I still think like it just sucks like when you really like feel a connection with someone and you're like not only like emotionally like attached, like not attached, but like attracted to them and like physically attracted to them. And then like when you feel like things are going good, then just like get like not even like any resolve to it, I guess, you know, like I could be like, wow, you're really like a lot. And that was too much for me. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Like, because I also sometimes talk about when I'm dating. Do you remember the movie Tommy Boy?
Yes.
With Chris Farley? And he's like talking about trying to like do the sales and they go to the restaurant scene and he like the waitress and he like takes the bun. He's like, this is my little sale. And he's like, naughty and I love it. And then I feel like that's me in dating. Like I'm like so used to not getting attention sometimes that like when I do, I'm like, that I just like, let me suffocate you with my love. And then, but I don't know if I really am that way, but I kind of feel that way.
I get it.
I don't know. I have a lot. Maybe if I unpack this more, my hamstrings won't be so tight and I can do the splits.
True.
And then I also tried to date a friend once. Really, really, really bad decision.
Yeah. I don't try. I wouldn't try. I wouldn't suggest.
No, it was really awkward because I think we were both like at a point in our lives where we wanted something and like we had a connection and it was like, oh, maybe this could be something. And it was nice to have that like emotional connection to them. Like, but there was like clearly no like physical attraction to each other. And like we once tried to make out, and well, we did make out, and it was just like kind of felt like making out with your brother. It was kind of weird, but also a little hot. Like when you make out with your real brother, you know?
Right.
Where it's like, this is probably wrong, but it's still kind of fun. I'm just kidding. Now people are going to think that I fucking make out with my brother, which I do not.
You do not.
Anymore. No. But yeah. So that was like and that was also a really emotional mind fuck one too, because that person would like, I think this is going to sound cocky, but I think anyone who knows me knows that it's not really, I mean it. I think there is like some level of like being a local celebrity or like public figure that people like have this thing about you, whether it be like an attraction because they are attracted to like the work you do or like feeling like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And I think this particular person like that because like we were dating and like told our friends we were dating and then they broke up with me and then Fireball weekend happened and then like they got all emotional and saw like I think me in like the light that they see me in and then we're like, oh, I actually want to be with you. And then like once that like steam wore off, broke up with me again. It was just like such like a mind fuck thing for me, and like dealing with my childhood traumas of like wanting to like feel that love, which I think all of us do. It was like, yeah, it was a pretty wild time. Yeah, it was really fucky. And that person's they probably listen to this and you're a toxic, positive little bitch on his Instagram all the time being like, it's Monday and let's make it the best day by shoving pencils up our ass.
Hate that.
I know. It's like, go fuck yourself.
Absolutely hate that.
Change your career again, bitch. Wow. I hope he listens to the podcast and hears that. That's so mean, but so true. Yeah. All my dating has been pretty tragic, to be honest. I mean, we know I've talked about a lot of it in the past.
I absolutely cringe to think of what I was like when I was in the dating scene. There's no reason I should be married right now. I'm sure I was just as cringe when I met Tom.
Yeah.
We'll have Tom on the pod sometime and he can tell the world how cringy I was when we were first dating.
I think at least I'm not oblivious to knowing that I'm like cringy, you know, like I think there's some people who are oblivious to their cringiness. I know I need to work on it, but that's tomorrow's problem.
I feel like does everyone realize in hindsight when they were being cringy? Or do some people think that everything they've done is like...
Yeah, I think there's people who are oblivious to their cringiness.
Yeah. Because I like look at, in hindsight, I'm distinctly aware of how cringy I was, you know, a couple years ago even.
Yeah.
During the time, I think I am more aware of being cringy in the current time than I used to be, but still, I don't know. Think of back when I was really into photography and doing like trying to be like douchey artist. I wasn't fully aware of how cringe it was at the time. And then now I'm aware of how cringy it was. But at the same time, I'm thinking about getting back to my roots as a douchey try-hard artist wannabe. But this time it's going to be worse. The art might be like marginally better because I'm older, but the aura is going to be worse.
Well, I think there's something fine with like putting on a public persona of something, but then like being self-aware.
Yeah.
Because like I put on a public persona with my drag that I am a self-confident HBIC, but like behind the scenes, I'm a sad little boy.
But you're still the HBIC.
That's true. I mean, I kind of am. I've made it become a reality by believing it.
Because that's all confidence is.
Yeah.
Confidence is a performance.
True. Yeah. So yeah, needless to say, I need someone to date me. So this is me asking you.
So if you're interested in dating.
You.
Oh.
To French kiss me right now. This is my fourth week of asking you to kiss me. And You're still rejecting me.
Well, I'm a little
But I also
sick,
feel like if
so-
I kissed you, it would taste like beef jerky.
No, it tastes like Diet Coke and cigarettes right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say something really creepy, and I'm just not going to.
What were you
because I've said enough
no,
creepy
what were you
stuff.
going to say?
I didn't say if that's what my mom would taste like. Because my mom only drinks Diet Coke. She drinks no water, no anything else, just Diet Coke.
I can't
and
imagine
smokes, chain smokes.
that. I can't imagine that.
A true woman of the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Chain smoking Diet Coke loving lady.
God, I would have
Thrived.
thrived.
Look at,
Thrived.
I came up with the word this time.
Congratulations. I can't talk right now.
We've been talking a lot today.
We've been talking a lot. I'm a little sick. It's fine.
We're almost there.
Throven. I would have throven in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have. Would have been with this look and
Mm-hmm.
your desire to have cigarettes and Diet Coke would have been your era.
Should I go like a handlebar mustache? You don't think so?
No, I mean, like if you want to look gross, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you do like to look gross, so then probably.
I don't want to look gross. I want to look grimy.
Uh,
I need you
Try
to
it.
start styling me.
okay. We're gonna go to the Savers and I pick out your outfits.
Yeah.
We could do a live podcast
Yeah.
out in the streets with the
Patreon
freaks.
bonus content.
out in the streets with the freaks.
Freaks in the street.
Freaks in the streets, not in the sheets.
Yeah. That's good,
Mm,
actually. That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Also, I think dating is hard when you know you're a worthy person of being dated,
Mm.
and it can feel like there are not a lot of candidates up to your level of
Mm.
expectations. But then also there's a fine line of maybe your expectations are a little too much.
Yeah. Do you feel like your expectations are too much?
No.
What's your ideal man other than me?
Alive? If okay, my like just like bare minimum requirements are a job
Mm.
and just like some sort of like direction in life.
Mm.
Not necessarily having to be there, but like to have something to want to work towards.
Yeah.
You know, whether that be like some personal like emotional growth or like a business growth or career growth or like just someone who's not okay like just being like, I work at the DC Center and I make just the right amount of money to cover my bills and maybe like go to Lambeau Field once a year.
Yeah.
And I'm good there.
So you want a job, someone who has a job and a goal.
Yeah.
And
And can handle me being in crossy gear because it's a big part of my life. So they have to be comfortable with that.
do you find a lot of guys aren't comfortable with that?
Yes.
Really?
Yep. Very much so.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So to wrap this all up,
Mm-hmm.
dating sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I suck.
Men suck.
Let's suck on dates together.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oral sex is the best sex. So give it up on a first date and
In the parking lot, on the porch, wherever you need to.
wherever you can. Cool.
Great.
All right. Let's be done. I'm done.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Small Town Big Gays is hosted by Travis Gorell and me, Chance Smith. Production and editing is by me, Chance. Our music is 1am by TYB. You can check out his music. Links are in the episode description. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at STBG Pod. Links to those and our own social medias can be found in the episode description as well. Tell us what you want to hear about on future episodes or write into Dear Chloe by emailing smalltownbiggays@gmail.com. And do me a favor, check out Slay What with Bree and Ariel, the new horror podcast I'm producing. You can go to strangehavenstudios.com for more on that and everything else I'm getting up to. Okay, bye.
No longer thinking, when is it